won't freeze up. What's going on, guys? We for the freestyle today because it's been one of them kind of weeks. I wasn't able to get any slides today, but we for definitely go hard today. So we gonna warm up with yo Lakers, man.
Ooh,
So what you
uh,
thinking, man? Them
man,
Lakers, man. What you thinking?
no, no big movements going on right now. And they
So do
got
you like Aiden? Do you like Aiden, man? With the
they
Lakers?
they got him for a decent price. It's
What do you
nothing.
think he has to average? I said this last night, and I don't know if people got to it, but do you
Uh,
think he got to average like 15 and 10, and he'll
at
be
least
straight?
at least 18 and 10.
That's what I was thinking. At least like 22, like eight. I thought I was saying like between that 18, 22 sweet
Yeah,
spot somewhere in there. If he could do 20 and 10, I think they'll be straight
straight.
because they
Yeah.
missed that third score, and
Mm.
that's what he is, a scoring big man. I don't know if he could play
Eh,
some defense, but if he can give them. What's up with Austin Reeves though, bro? Is he trying to leave or he trying to get more money for him or what he trying to do?
Um, at least at least at a price where he comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Yeah, I ain't
did.
gonna
He
overpay for dude.
no. He had a good year. It was just like that
But he's
playoff is.
still like he's not. I would say he's like maybe Nas Reed kind of money, maybe or something like that.
mm,
For the Timberwolves, Nas Reed,
I don't know
he's
how
not
much he
gonna
was.
get like second option money. He like third or fourth option kind of money, right?
Yeah, yeah,
He,
easily.
you know, yeah, he not gonna get, he like Michael Porter Jr. kind of money, right?
Yeah, yeah. I
That
mean,
kind of money.
you still give him to where he
I
you
think
know,
they're
he
gonna
could
have they need to go ahead and play Bronny, quit playing around, but that's just my opinion.
yeah, man. It's a few players I can see. I can see where what they're trying to do
Hmm.
because we don't have that much money to operate with. So,
Yeah.
excuse me, it's really like they moving the chess piece.
Mm.
They really are because you don't have that much money. Like they
No.
protecting that them two first round picks. They they
For
try to keep
what?
them. No, they trying to keep them. But like with AR, he he gonna get paid because he come from money. So even if he get like uh
He
15,
not giving him no discount. I don't blame him for that, but
no,
I don't know if he know what he worth.
yeah, nobody truly knows because that playoffs kind of it kind of
Even in the playoffs, though, I mean,
uh,
he's
the play.
not like we think about when you think about the Celtics. Would he be like Pritchard or would he be like Derek White? Talking
Derek
about
White.
value wise. You think
Uh,
so? I think Derek White
Derek
more
was solid.
consistent than him.
No, that's what I'm trying. Like,
Man, I don't know if he hitting shots like that. Derek White be hitting
hey,
some
man, y'all,
shots.
I don't think he fully watched. Like, besides that, only thing it showed you is same thing like that happened to Kobe. Is literally like the same thing. Like
Yeah,
you good, but it just showed that you wasn't in the weight room and you wasn't conditioned for this type of stuff that
right.
just happened. And
Yeah,
and if he ever like his during the regular season, he was balling. During the playoffs, he was kind of like up there. Then again, went down. Then it was a no show. It was tied.
yeah, yep.
But, but I don't know. I'm not sold on just Aiden like he's just a game changer.
He gotta stay away from. No, he not no game changer. He gotta stay away from the dispensaries though, man. You
Oh
know,
man,
LA
that's
got a lot of
hard.
dispensaries,
Hey,
boy.
hey.
And hookah. Stay away from the dispensaries and that hookah,
Uh,
man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You gotta stay away.
I'm more interested in like where Dame's gonna go. Where
Who?
where
Oh yeah,
Dame,
they ain't gonna
yeah.
be out for a minute though.
No, I don't think he is.
Man, Achilles.
Yeah,
He
but
gonna be out till at
he
least All Star break. He gonna be out
yeah,
until at least All Star break.
but it was people that come back. I don't know what's going on like with these Achilles. I know what's going on, but like players are
In your
coming back.
body, man, a lot of these dudes are not cyborgs, bro. Majority
Yeah,
of the league are not cyborgs, bro.
but they coming back a little bit quicker than
Oh, of course, with technology, 100, they
Yeah,
using cadaver, Achilles. I get that. But I'm saying they talking about what's up with these injuries, dude. A lot of these dudes are not cyborgs. Halliburton, not a cyborg.
oh no,
Jason Tatum, even though he good, he don't have that cyborg kind of build, bro.
I
Like
think
LeBron is a cyborg. That dude is probably like Terminator in his DNA. You know what I'm saying? He rarely get injured. You know what I'm saying?
it's only a
Uh,
few.
yeah, it's only a few. That's what I'm saying. Everybody else they get injured a lot. You know what I'm saying? Or they not really going that hard like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, a lot of dudes ain't built to be that durable like that. That's a DNA. To me, it's a DNA thing. Some dudes just don't got that kind of DNA, man. You know what I'm saying? To be able to go that hard and not get injured like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's just it's y'all thinking they should drink almond milk. No, boy, get you some 2%. Just get you some two
Man, he
percent.
be out there with gas
Y'all
though. He
weak,
be out there with
boy.
gas, man.
It's part
I
of
need to eat more steak, man. Eat
it.
more steak. You know, Achilles is a ligament. It ain't got nothing to do with your
Yeah,
bones,
yeah,
so
that's
milk
what
don't
I'm
got nothing to do with it.
saying.
Yeah,
You
you
should have
need
had
some steak,
strong.
man.
It
Well,
was
he should have
part
ate some
of
pork. Should have ate some pork.
it.
That's
They
what it
probably
is.
should
They trying to
have.
go vegan. Trying to
Yeah,
go
go
vegan.
eat
Yeah.
some bacon. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with it,
Yeah.
but
No.
on the cool, on the cool, Dallas look Dallas look tough on
Man, get
paper.
out of here, man. Don't fall for Cooper Flag. Don't fall for the flag,
No,
man.
I am not
I
talking
need to
about
joke.
him.
I need to coin that. Don't fall for the flag, man.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not talking about it like they.
The
They gonna
Great White Hype. You talking about the Great White Hype, man? It was a movie.
no.
Was it?
I'm telling you, the team they on paper. I said, man, they look solid over there.
Nah, man. On paper,
And
that's the key word.
yeah,
On paper.
on paper they look solid.
Kyrie over
They
there looking like Frankie Beverly, man. Over there looking like Frankie Beverly in Mage, man.
Mhm. They look decent.
I don't
Just
know,
just
man.
looking at them like the key pieces.
Yeah.
Houston looking decent. I was like, man, I don't know. East is down. They gonna be down. They gonna be
Yeah,
down for real.
If Cat don't dominate the East next year, dude, trash, man.
Yeah, it's rap.
You gotta dominate. You the
It's
biggest dude
rap.
in the East. You gotta dominate the East, man.
They gonna send them packet to
Trash, man.
Toronto. He already posted.
Ah, they gonna send him to Siberia, man.
They gonna
Send
send
him
them.
to Siberia.
They gonna send him to Toronto, man. If you
Oh, they
don't
gonna
show
send
up
him to
this year,
Siberia.
oh yeah, they moved you closer now. Yeah, yeah.
Then they got Mike Brown, man.
Oh,
Out of
yeah.
all the coaches you could have hired, you gonna hire Mike Brown.
Mike Brown's he a straight
Man, they
coach.
could have hired Mark Jackson, man. They playing, man. That's
No,
why
they
they
ain't
ain't gonna
gonna.
win,
It's
man.
over. It's over for that. I don't know
I
what
would have
Mark
rather for
did.
him to hire Charles Oakley than Mike Brown, man. You know what I'm saying?
Now where what's his name go? That's the tricky
Who?
part.
Who?
Uh, Mike Malone. Now, where
I don't think
he
nobody
end up?
hired him yet.
That's what I'm
He may be
saying.
assistant coach or something, yeah.
Like where he end up. I want to say he might be on our team soon.
Nah, I don't think LeBron will play for him, bro. Because, you know, he had some words about LeBron a couple times. Hated on him a couple times. I think after LeBron leave, I think I could probably see them hiring him, like getting rid of
Yeah,
what's his name, JJ Redick.
yeah. It's
I could see that.
man. Speaking of the NBA, this past draft, I don't know.
I didn't even
Who,
watch it. I didn't
who
even watch it. I couldn't even tell you who got drafted.
couldn't even tell you who got drafted. Man, all them players talking about, well, I ain't working out, I ain't doing it. I said, boy, these kids, it ain't the same.
No.
It
Mm-mm.
ain't the same. I understand, recognizing your worth, but
Yeah.
dude, what's that kid? I'm gonna follow him.
Ace? You talking about Ace that went to Utah?
No, not him.
No.
The one his granddaddy cheered him on. Like
Oh,
he
okay.
was,
That was up.
yeah. I'm gonna figure out young boy name. I say, yeah, he
Yeah.
probably gonna be a problem.
Yeah. That was up.
But I think they building up for them. Was it next year? or
Yeah,
year after the
yeah.
Not Bryce and Kai for LeBron's son and Melo's son. I think they
Yeah.
building up that portfolio to see who's gonna be tougher. But I might be wrong, but I don't know. It's WWE now.
Boy, you ain't lying. All right. Now, what New York guys at, man? We finna bring it up, baby. Um, I ain't celebrating. I'm not happy. I'm not nothing. I'm just telling you what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Diddy. They said he beat the Rico.
Yeah.
They said Sean Diddy, according to CBS News, I'm gonna give them their credit for they be saying we hating and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, According to CBS News, he was found guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution in his federal trial in New York City, but the music mogul was acquitted of the more severe charges of racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking.
Mm-hmm.
Combs will remain in detention while he awaits his sentencing. Judge Arun Subramanian said later Wednesday he denied bail because he disagreed with the defense argument that the crimes shouldn't trigger mandatory detention. Combs will get 10 months credit for time served so far. The judge said proposing a sentencing date of October 3rd. So if I'm Diddy, I would just go ahead and wait out the rest of that time because by the time you get there and do the sentencing, you probably gonna be going home. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be here before you know it. But what you think, bro?
Um, he was gonna beat it.
You know the
Simple.
feds do that though. They always slap like
Yes.
a lot of the heavy, and then if you got good defense, some of them won't stick there. They'll try to get you on
Yeah.
something. They ain't gonna let you walk away
Yeah.
scot
Yeah.
free. But
Two.
I mean,
Hey, them prostitution things.
that Rico, he would have got life. So
Boy, it would have been over.
yeah,
But
yeah,
had to
yeah.
make it interesting. But you know, you kind of pretty much know what came up. He came up some money, but um, with them having it in New York, it was already gonna be.
Like I said, I don't think from a legal standpoint, I don't know if he really did anything just so severely illegal.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
guess according to federal law, he did. But
yeah.
a lot of people, they probably gonna think about flying people out now. You ain't gonna see people talking about them on social media no more.
Mm-mm,
I
ain't
flew
nobody,
so and
ain't no
so out.
flying
They ain't saying it
records.
no more.
Hey,
Yeah, yeah.
they gonna be
So
on a Greyhound if they still have
yeah.
Greyhound buses. I mean, put
And
them
while we
on.
talking about this, I really want kids to understand. I want to see what you think about this. When you talk about uh, freedom
Uh,
and control,
it's getting choppy. Yeah, it's getting choppy.
is it? It's
Yeah,
getting choppy.
yeah.
Okay, let me turn some stuff off. See how I do it. Okay. What about now?
Little,
Better?
little choppy still.
Little choppy. Okay, let me shut down that one. We hold up, Ram.
Oh yeah,
What about now?
it's bad.
It's still choppy.
Yeah,
It's still choppy. Wow.
yeah. It's now you sound like you're talking fast.
Wow. Let me check something on my thing real quick. Okay. Mic check. Oh, I see. Okay. Give me 1 second. 1 second. I think I see it. Okay. What about now?
Say
Is
something.
that better?
Yeah, that's it.
Is that better?
Yeah.
That's better?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, let me get a pen, man, so I can write down so I can write it down instead of trying to do everything on this computer and it start freezing up. I think on my phone. So when you think about, we was talking about earlier before we got on, we was talking about kids getting ready to go to school, right? This last month of school, right?
Mm-hmm.
How what do you think high school kids are at an age of accountability right now?
Um, as far as what the academics or
Oh, well,
just
decisions they make. Like when you leave
yeah, yeah,
when you
yeah,
leave the house, you are accountable for your choices and decisions that you make.
yeah. I mean, yes, yeah, because I don't know how everybody else was taught, but like when I was coming up, it was like by the time you 11 or 12, you held for your
Mm-hmm.
own sins and stuff like that. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was taught wrong. Maybe I would.
No,
But
that's the age of accountability, 100%.
uh,
Yeah. And what
so
reason why I'm saying it is I want to get people to understand this. Even if you're not taught about law, about accountability, about choices and decisions, consequences still will come if you make a bad choice, bad decision, or break the law, whether you knew or not.
hmm
Ignorance will not stop you from facing consequences. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I really want people to understand this. Like, if you don't want to do something, fine. But
yeah,
understand the consequence. You can't cry about the consequences though, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, and you live with
Um
it.
and like that guy, that kid, Carmelo, right?
hmm
They can say he stood up for himself, I get it.
Yeah.
But ain't nobody now he's going through this trial. Where are these same people at that
hmm
was gassing him up, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is the accountability for just taking the knife to school, bro. Like they gonna talk to him about that in court. They gonna poke on that. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
And if he try to make it seem, at some point, man, he gonna have to be smart. Just try to just be remorseful. Don't try
hmm
to go in there being
Yeah.
tough. That's
Yeah.
gonna go
Yeah.
against you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just be accountable. Accountable don't mean somebody judging you. You just being accountable.
But
Like that's what happens when you free. You have to understand that comes with freedom, accountability. That comes with being free. You know what I'm saying? When you become an adult, they go hand in hand, adult and accountability. But sometimes people try to evade accountability. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I've been there myself. The
hmm
moment I started thinking about accountability, that's the moment things changed. Was I still doing some wild stuff? Probably was, but I was more calculated on what I was doing instead of just trying to being reckless. There's a difference, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Still can do some crazy stuff. You can still do wrong and be calculated with it too. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to get kids to say. You think you're
Like,
slick, right? When somebody say you think you're slick, you
you
know what
think
I'm
he
saying?
sleeps?
Yeah, that means you out there doing crazy stuff, but you're trying to be calculated with it. You know what I'm saying?
And
And
think
there's a
you.
lot of dudes they calculated, but they made the wrong calculation. And next thing you know, like I say, you done made some crazy calculations. Now you got three
Yeah.
kids. You know what I'm saying? About two, baby mamas or
Yeah.
something like that.
Three, yeah, three kids by one person, and
Yeah,
life start happening. Like I always push people to really think about what you're doing. Like
right.
really, really think about it. Like and
Yeah,
then like once you say, "Hey man, I got this. Oh, I'm grown. I can do this." Like even my
yeah,
kid.
yeah. 100.
Like I
percent
was like, what? Like if I'm laying out the road for you to succeed,
Right,
don't go down that other one and be like, boy, and
man.
then come back 10 years later, be like, damn, I should have listened.
Right.
Damn, I should have
And
listened.
that's fine too. Just be accountable. The thing that I see is that they won't even be accountable enough to tell you that
Mm-hmm.
what you told me was the right thing. They'll still act like it never happened. The conversation never happened. That's the part that I see a lot of stuff happening now. You know what I'm saying? Like another thing that I see happening is people can see that you're doing good. They see that you have a level of stability, but instead of asking you about it, They won't even talk to you about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or they'll argue with you about where you at, and they know that you're doing good. And you got to
Yeah.
tell them, is what you're doing working? Because you asking me, and I'm telling you, and you trying to tell me that ain't it. You know what I'm
That ain't
saying?
it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the
Then
part that kind of
hey,
get you
drop
to.
one of them clues bombs for that. Drop one of them for real.
Yeah,
Like if you see how this stuff is working out, like evidently what you're doing is not working.
yeah, right.
It,
But some people can't admit that though. They won't admit that it's not working though. I
that
think that's
pride,
a problem too. The ego and
pride,
pride get
pride
caught
and
up.
ego, pride and
Boy,
ego gotta be put to the side.
boy.
Cause I had to check my ego sometimes.
Oh,
Like,
all the time. I check mine all the time. It's a daily thing to check your ego. That's like in the Bible say I die daily. Say I
mhm,
had to
mhm.
kill this flesh daily. That's a real thing, bro.
Yeah,
If,
yeah.
that's a real thing. So when we talk about control, man, the responsibility of having control, what does that mean to you? If you was talking to like some younger kids,
Ugh.
like in my opinion, even teenagers, when you leave out the house and you going to school or you hanging out, you're in control of your choices and decisions. You're not under your parents. They're not holding your hand, say don't do this, do that. It's your choice now. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And like I said, we know a lot of dudes. I know I do. I know a lot of dudes made some tough choices when they was teenagers, and they in jail still to this
Mhm.
day. You know what I'm saying? 5 minute choice or decision. Some of them
That's-
didn't even do it. They had to make the choice to snitch or not snitch. They said, I'm not gonna snitch, so I gotta do the time. They in jail for probably something they didn't even do. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
they gotta stick to the code. You know what I'm saying?
it's the difference between sticking to the code and being a damn fool. You know what I'm saying?
What's the
'Cause
line there? That line get blurred
it,
though. That's a blurry line.
it's really not a blurred line. Like,
What's the circumstance you think a dude can tell?
if you had no idea, no idea,
Hmm.
that ain't snitching. But if you like, hey man, yeah, yeah, I was in the car and I had the strap too, but I knew we was going to do something, but I didn't think that was gonna happen. And then you tell, yeah, you snitching, bro.
Yeah.
But if some people play those games like,
Oh
oh,
yeah,
you
100%.
you ain't got nothing. You can take the fall for it. That's a sucker move. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You're a fall guy. They think you.
But that was a code though back then though, right? The young dudes take the charge because they didn't get
Yeah,
charged like that back then like adults
yeah,
though. Wasn't that like a thing though?
yeah. It was a thing. Still is to
When did
this
it
day.
change?
It
I was like,
still
when
is
did
to
it
this
change?
day.
Yeah, that's
But
still is today.
now the laws, boy, you're getting railroaded. You're
Yeah.
getting railroaded. They send
But
you
my
up.
thing is this, right? Avoiding trouble. Like I know I was able to avoid some trouble because I'm not saying like I'm a fortune teller, but being able to predict based on experience, based on things that surround you, like awareness of what you know.
Mhm,
And sometimes you got to stereotype. Some dudes I'm not riding in the car with. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? Some dudes not riding in my car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some dudes I'm not even walking down the street with. I'm not even walking down the street with because you don't know what they got on them. You don't know what they got going on.
Yeah.
You don't know if they beefing with somebody. Because
Yeah.
that's the thing about dealing with people. It's like a spectrum. The dude that you dealing with could be your best friend. Y'all could be cool. But then when he go to another side of town, he could be the terror. You know what I'm saying? And you don't even know that because you don't go with him in those places. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And but you happen to walk to the store with him, and he gets shot up, and you standing next to him, you get hit too. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't even know, and he didn't even tell you. You know what I'm saying? Now
Yeah.
you got some solid dudes that'll tell you, "Hey man, you don't want to roll me
And
right now. I'm hot."
you
You know
don't
what I'm
want to get
saying?
in this car,
But you
boy.
got some dudes that don't even say that though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That happens too. You got to be able to forecast stuff and think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Um. Yeah, and that's one of them things that um, young folks, even older folks, you
yeah,
know,
100%.
of age anyway, that you
Yeah,
have to realize like certain stuff happen. If it's meant to be, it's gonna happen. That's gonna be a journey that you have to take. A lot of stuff
Right.
can be avoided. You know, a lot of stuff really can be avoided.
Yeah.
But if that's the road you want to go down, hey,
Right. Yeah. You gotta take what's at the end.
gotta take what's
You
it
want you want to
is.
you want to go down the cul-de-sac, boy. It might not be
Mm,
you might not be what you want, but it's too late.
yeah,
You already in the cul-de-sac now.
yeah,
You got to go around it. It might be a long roundabout.
yeah.
Boy.
That's why I don't understand
Yeah.
about these kids now. It's like, man, your parents work so hard, and y'all want to go do the hood stuff.
Well, here's the thing too, man. It's a two-sided coin, right? The kids want to go do the hood stuff, but when you look at the stats, majority, not all, but majority, so let's say out of 100%, 51, 55, maybe 60% of kids that growing up in that single parent home, they're not being taught some of these life things, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like understanding commitment, right? The commitment to want to do right. Some kids don't even know what commitment is, bro. You'd be surprised, man. You know,
that's,
I was
I'm not
talking to this
surprised.
dude at work. I was talking to this dude at work. He not even our color. He was saying he's thinking college degree was a trick, and I told him it ain't about the college degree, in my opinion. It's about being committed to something. A lot of times they don't want to commit to a college. They don't even want to commit to an apprenticeship. I don't know what they want to commit to. Cause they even if they go work a job, they may be there for a couple months and then leave and go to another job. You know what I'm saying? But success, commitment is part of success. Working your craft and increasing your skill, that's part of success. You know what I'm saying? If you're not committed to nothing, the chance of you being successful is slim. It's tough. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
And if you're not committed, you don't want to start a business because starting a business is going to test your commitment. You know what I'm saying? All the
mhm.
way. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You can work a job and be halfway into it and make. I know people that's like that. They're halfway into their job, but they make great money because they kind of went down a journey of education, got on the path, got into it. They're making great money. Like you think all these principals are end up being principals? You know what I'm saying? At a schools, I mean, at a general school. I'm not talking about no particular school district. Timbuktu school district in Tennessee. You think all those principals like being principals? No, they probably doing it so that's what take care of their family. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But when
and
you don't commit to nothing though, it
yeah,
becomes hard. I've been
and-
there, man. You always find like jobs you don't like. You just trying to make money. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and that's why I wholeheartedly believe that the scales right now they so unbalanced.
Yeah,
Like
it
it was
always
it
been
was
that way though.
no, it was always a nice little balance to where okay, when we was coming up, you pretty much knew like okay, yeah, that one right there is probably gonna go down the wrong path. They're gonna be there.
Right.
Now now it's like yeah, it's a little bit higher on this end. Like
Yeah.
that one right there, like that was gonna be the one that get all y'all in trouble. He already gonna be in trouble, already in trouble.
Right.
Like it's like the scales are so unbalanced. Like it is real bad out here.
Why do you think that though? That's the part. Like if you was to like narrow it down, like maybe three or four problems of why the scale is unbalanced. Why do you think that?
Uh,
Because I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just trying to get people to realize. Like I think sometimes people that older people say that, like the kids are just they're gonna turn out bad, but they don't never look at why.
it's when I say
You know what I'm saying?
my spirit of discernment is usually right because you can look at the kid. Okay, they're a kid. I I might let that slide. And then you look at parents. One might be decent, have a little issue. One is just like, I still want to be a kid, don't want to grow up. I want to be my kid's friend, and that's where it all goes
Right.
wrong here, because
Right.
you
Right.
still want them to be able to talk to you, but I'm not your friend. I'm your friend,
Even
but I'm not your
right.
friend.
Even before the kids, right? I'm
Mhm.
not trying to pick on nobody. I'm just keeping it real. Like a lot of parents, you wasn't ready to really have kids. Realistically, you really wasn't
Mhm.
ready, and you having to raise kids in the projects or the inner city, and it really makes it. You put that much more hurdles in front of your kids. Cause you're an adult, you know how to avoid stuff. You understand how life go, but most kids don't understand that when you 11, 12, 13. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Living over there by pick pack.
Yeah,
Most of the time you living over there and stuff like that, you
yeah,
gotta have, if you're not taught that and having those conversations with your kids, you can't just say my parent is on autopilot and that you're asking for disaster. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. A lot of these kids, their parents are trying to survive,
hmm
so they don't have the money to send them to after school programs or summer programs that keep them from just roaming around
yeah,
wherever they live. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because you don't,
and
it costs money. When people say it's not about the money, I disagree because when you don't have the resources, you can't put your kids in different stuff because it's not affordable. You know what I'm saying? Even with AAU, if your kid is not a top
yeah,
tier basketball player, you got to pay for
yeah.
AAU. That's not
You
cheap.
gotta pay for it.
Only ones that get the free stuff are the players that's like the top 10,
Man.
15 kids. And they playing for
Mhm.
the top AAU team, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But if you mid to lower tier, nah, you play for AAU team, you gotta pay for the equipment, you gotta pay to go
yep,
to probably the games, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Unless they get sponsored or something. Or they
yeah.
gonna be on the corner, doing car washes or something, but man, that stuff costs money, you know what I'm saying? And
Like,
I'm saying I've seen this with my own two eyes. Like a lot of parents, a lot of even two-parent homes, they can't afford to do the extra stuff after they pay the bills. You know what I'm saying?
they
And
they forget about the community. Like, as a person that moved around a lot,
yeah,
even if moving around a lot, I was still moving with family. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
with you. I'm with you.
So,
I did the same thing. I'm with you. I just know
so,
we ain't. I know we don't touch on it a lot because we don't want to hurt nobody feelings
hmm
because we could really go there. I
yeah,
feel you though.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, we can go there, but
people people get
like
salty. Man,
I,
you
but like everything was part of that helped mold me into a person as a man, and help mold you too. Like, dang, this is not what I
yeah,
want to do in life all the time.
right. But
Not saying it, like,
But instability, man, it does have collateral damage. You know what? That's what I'm trying to say. I'm glad we talked about
mm,
this. The situation that you're in, if it's not ideal, I'm not saying it gotta be perfect, but it's not ideal. The collateral damage of it can be your kids being exposed to stuff that probably kids shouldn't be exposed to yet. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
oh yeah,
If at all. You know what I'm saying? Like if you lived in some of the major projects, the collateral damage of living in Granite Mountain is you probably saw somebody get shot.
hmm
You probably saw somebody smoke dope. You
hmm
know what I'm saying? You
all
probably saw him rob the ice cream man. You probably saw him rob Mr. Okalai. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah,
kids are not supposed to see somebody pull a shotgun on the ice cream man. That's
yeah.
not what kids need to see. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Because a kid may see that and be like, I could do that too. Another
hmm
kid see it and be like, nah, I ain't doing that. Nah. But it's another kid to be like, nah, I need to do that. If I give me a shotgun, I'm going to do the same thing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
See,
that collateral damage is crazy. You know what I'm saying? For real.
like, right now it's about to be the fourth tomorrow,
Yep.
and for other people, oh, we popping fireworks,
Oh, they
whatever.
pop fireworks right now where I'm at. Right now.
But me, it triggers my PTSD because
Oh, yeah.
I stayed in Highland Court, so it was like,
Oh,
man,
yeah. I don't
as
know
a
if they shoot
kid,
firecrackers or they shoot.
I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, man. Boy.
Yeah, like for real, like and stuff like that, like what you call it, PTSD, your anxiety. levels reach
Mm-hmm.
a certain level, like that stuff is real. And
Yeah.
staying in those projects, like from like what, uh 2 to 4 or 5, that's different. You know, you hearing them shots every night.
Yeah.
So hey, them loud booms, you know what I'm saying? It's
And
different.
then, like say, the thing about the collateral damage of living in the projects is you can actually have a good household, but
Mhm.
every household around you, because you got so many people living in one area,
Yeah.
you don't just see your house, you see like 5 or 10 different kind of families, you know what I'm saying?
20
And
family. One
you could
house.
be coming in, you literally can be coming in from grocery shopping and see a domestic violence situation across the other side of the project happening real
Man.
time, you know what I'm saying? That's the kind of stuff that I don't think, I'm not saying it's nobody's fault, but it's the
Yeah.
collateral damage of living in that. Like
Yeah.
if you live over with your family, a little things a little bit more control. But when you live in a project where everybody is not your family, it's random. Anything can
Yeah.
happen at any time. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things.
Yeah.
Living in the projects, and a lot of times,
Mm.
like I say, that's why I'm real big. I didn't understand it when I was younger, but I'm real big on talking to kids like, man, take your time, get developed, get in a career before you start having kids, so you won't
Mhm.
have to go through these kind of situations. Cause I don't know if you've been watching the news, but they
Mhm.
talking about this big beautiful bill, whatever that means. But
Whatever they are.
Section 8 and all that stuff might not even be around no more. That might be a thing of the past, like in the history books. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
Medicaid. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Man, people might start walking around with their pistol for real. Cause it's probably gonna get crazy, man. I hope not, but boy, certain
Yeah.
areas though, man. Boy, hey, man,
Man.
it's
For
gonna get
real.
crazy, man.
And
Cause layoffs probably gonna happen. That's coming.
man.
You
And
know what I'm saying?
like what I see, um, that's transpiring, you know, people that probably been on their job for years, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like this is what when what was going on in Texas when I was living there.
yeah,
Like you can be qualified for so many jobs and you literally have to go through a temp agency just to even find some. And then
oh yeah,
when you find it, like you really have to work almost a year or two before they even consider it. You know what I'm
right,
saying? And they teach.
yeah,
But if you have patience and you have, like, I'm speaking for the ones that don't have a career. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? But even if you
and that's
have a
what.
career, you can be overqualified. That is the worst thing. A person that has degrees or anything, they were like, I want to hire you, but you're overqualified because you're going to take my position. I said, man.
Yep, that happens too. I think, man, it's all about mindset, right? I used to always think about that. What's the difference, like when you graduate high school?
Hmm.
Everybody starts off on the racing line. Everybody starts at the starting line.
Hmm.
And this is my opinion. This is just like an analogy. But where you are in the race is based on your choices and decisions. It can either put you behind, it can catch you back up, or it can put you ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's all about what you choose to do. And that's why I'm telling kids to have a great start off the line, develop yourself. If you don't want
Yeah.
to go to college, find
Hmm.
something, apprenticeship, trade, vocation,
That's
something.
right.
High school diploma is not enough in 2025. It's not.
Yeah.
Unless you want to be entry level for most of your life. That's where you're going to be, entry level. And if that's what you want to be, hey, that's what you want to be. I ain't tripping. That's on you. But what I'm saying is 35,000 is for to be like poverty in
Man.
the next, if it ain't
40,
already there. You know what I'm saying? you know what
40
I'm
is
saying?
40 and 50 is almost poverty,
Woo!
yo. And that is
Woo!
crazy to say that.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
man, that is
Inflation. Inflation, bro.
But
How
you
much was
know,
gas when we was in high school? Like 99 cents a gallon when we was in high school?
man,
That's 2001.
one
Was it like
one
99 cents?
ten the most. That's premium. I think 110 was premium.
I
You
remember when I
put
had the 77 Impala, man. You could put
$20,
$20 in there and ride for like almost half a week. You know what I'm saying?
man.
You fill the whole tank
Man,
up.
don't hey,
Now
and
you
don't
can't
fill
even
it
get
up,
3/4 of a tank.
and don't fill it up, boy. I still got three
Man,
fourths of a tank. It's still gonna ride. But
man, still gonna ride.
but
Man,
like even with the higher prices, higher inflation and all that, those that struggle, the years of struggle, now it's your time. And believe it or not, like now is your time. Cause you're gonna now them kids, even adults, it's like, okay, it's reset time. Cause once you got a little money, it's like, okay, I can spend it because I got it.
right. Yeah, you gotta learn. You have to learn life hacks, right? That's what I call
Mhm.
the life hacks. Learning how to live below your means, right?
And
Because here's the deal as a man, I had this in my head. I got to figure out how to get to a point where I can live independently of asking my mother to for
man,
money or to bail me out of a situation. But how do you live like that? You have to get to a point where you're operating from a place that I
mhm.
have to make a good decision because there is no bailout. I don't
Mhm.
operate, or if I don't do this, I can go ask my mom for $10,000. I don't operate like that. You know what I'm saying? Because number one, I can't do that. Number one, she told me I ain't bailing you out, so that set how I had to operate. You know what I'm saying? And
The
you can't be
mindset.
mad there making $10,000 mistakes. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You really don't even want to be making $100 mistakes, but you have to be able to live below your means. What do I mean by that? If you can drive a cash car, drive a cash car. Eliminate the recurring debt, the recurring stuff a month. That's what kill a lot of your money.
Boy,
Recurring bills,
hold on.
utilities.
Boy, my daughter,
Huh?
my daughter, my daughter need to hear this right now. That can I send this to her? Goodness,
Like I do a share
goodness.
it with on Facebook. Share it with on Facebook.
Hey,
Hit the
man, I
share
got.
thing and yeah. But I was telling, I was that's what me and wife do, man. We try to eliminate. We eliminated so many monthly bills, man. But you have to do the work, right? You got to put all your bills on a spreadsheet and look at
Mm,
it and say, okay, I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. These are just wants. I don't need them.
yeah.
But you got to think just the utilities alone will cost you probably $800 a month or somewhere in there between $100 to $800 a month, depending on
Mm,
fluctuation.
yeah.
Like
And,
wintertime, your gas go up. You got to think about those. I know I do.
mm,
Gas go up, gonna go up in the
yeah,
wintertime. Then it go back
yeah,
down, probably like around June. You know what I'm saying? It go back down. Water, you got to check that. You got to hope ain't no leak in the house.
yeah.
Water.
Woo.
But now the trash is going up, so the water bill gonna go
Yes.
up anyway because the trash bill going up. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay attention to that kind of stuff.
Hey,
And then it's those recurring things, right? You want to get a car note, you paying what's the average car note now? You think about $700,
five,
$800 a month, if not more.
five and more. Five and more. It depends on
So you
what.
got you got the $400 to $800 utilities. You
Mm-hmm.
got the $500 car note. You know what I'm saying?
Plus,
That's
plus insurance.
1,300 right there.
Plus
Plus
insurance.
insurance. That's another. That could be $200 a month. That's 1,500.
Ain't no problem. Ain't no problem
Then
too.
if you got rent, Lord have mercy.
Huh?
The average rent what now? I'm talking about good apartment. I ain't talking about Spanish
Uh,
Valley. You know what I'm saying?
12,
Talking about the good
12,
apartments. You know.
1250.
Woo!
1250.
So now you looking
Easy.
at two, almost 3 grand.
That's three grand a
And we
month.
talking about.
You
I'm
ain't,
talking
even- hey,
about being conservative. You ain't got cell phone bill. You hadn't got to none of that yet.
you ain't even
And I'm
eight.
telling you right now, 30-some thousand is not gonna give you 2,000 the month, especially if you got benefits and stuff. You're gonna be in the red, buddy. So you got to
You
cut
ain't
out
even
some of that.
eight yet. I'm saying, yeah.
Boy,
Eight,
you ain't even
eight.
eight. You ain't, you ain't even eight yet. Oh, you ain't even eight yet. Oh my God.
That water kid be coming back like, yeah, what y'all got to eat? What y'all got
Yeah,
to eat?
man.
That's the real world. Like
Yeah, that's the real world, and that's why I tell kids, man, you got to think about salary. Like when somebody saying like, they don't want to do it because it's hard. Guess what? Hard is what pay. The challenging things is what pay you. There used to be a time where labor jobs with your hands could really pay you a lot of money,
and that
but
still do.
somehow the jobs that's more mental or more logical mental kind of skills, it has caught up and kind of surpassed just the jobs with the hands, using your hands. And the thing about jobs with using your hands, you have to work so many hours in order to make it make sense. You could get a job working in IT where you can make as much money as if you was working two jobs, and you
Mm-hmm.
working 5 days a week, off on the weekends,
Mm-hmm.
and you get off at 5.
And
If you get a day shift job working IT, you get off at 5.
and
You know
and
what I'm saying?
it all leads back to what you were saying. You got to put in that work, and you got to
You got to put in that work.
early
You do.
to even get it, to even understand. Like this
Yeah.
this this world is flipping upside down,
hmm
and
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 this is the
those
time when you got to develop yourself. You got when it's like
yeah
this is the perfect
yeah
time to, if you can do an
yeah.
apprenticeship or you can do any of those things. If you're not going to school, even if
Mhm.
you in your 20s, there is no age limit of going to an apprenticeship. I thought about doing it a couple times. One time when I got laid off from the ISP place, my wife was like, "Well, you already in IT, so we agreed to stay in IT." But I thought about going to do an electrician thing myself. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
like I said, I didn't, bro. How many times have we rode past Forbin Road and it's an apprenticeship right there by, those old apartments, those old hotels used to be Heritage House.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm talking about? The halfway
yeah,
house.
yeah.
I much as I rode by there when I was going to McLean, I never knew that was an electrical apprenticeship right before that.
Nah,
I never
I
knew
ain't.
that.
I
You
just
know what I'm
learned it
saying?
today. Yeah, I
I'm
just
talking
learned
about
it today.
right there. I'm talking about in the city. And when I went there and talked to them, they was the nicest people. They said, you come, you take this application. All you got to do is know general math. And it's like a 5-year commitment. You work and get your hours in, then you can take a journeyman license. And I was like, y'all been here the whole time? Like, I did not know about this. And I would have done
Mm,
this easy. And
yeah.
then went to college after that to learn about business. Because now you got the skill. And then you go to college,
Mm,
learn about business, about how
hmm.
business work and things. Now you building around the skill, you winning.
Like,
But when you got that misinformation, that's what a lot of us are missing in the
mm,
community.
that misinformation.
Misinformation. We taking in goofy information and operating off of that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Like this,
Um,
like the a lot of not a lot of it, but quite a bit of the information that we receive, like not me personally, but that we have received, like it was so they was the people that said something, they were so misinformed because they wasn't even thinking about none of this stuff.
yeah, and the thing is, it's one thing to be misinformed, and then it's another thing that people that are informed don't
Hmm.
inform you.
Yeah,
That's the disservice. You know what
you
I'm saying?
see, you see the scales. Them scales it's
And you know how
totally
I countered that? I had to figure it out for myself.
damn. Ain't
That's
that
what I had to
something?
do. Hey, ain't nothing to me. Ain't nothing wrong with that because if don't nobody want to show you, you got to go get it. You got to have that go getter mentality. That's what I'm saying. Mentality to me is the difference sometimes, right?
Yeah,
If you don't tell me, but I know it exists, I'm gonna go figure out. If it's that important, I'm gonna go figure it out. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like when I
Like,
went back to school, when I first started going, I got laid off. No, I got fired from Red Cross, and my mom was like, "You should just go back to school." This is before I got
mm,
married.
mm,
Man, I never went to college. I had to figure out how to get in Pulaski Tech and get into college and start taking classes.
mm,
I had to go up to Pulaski Tech in Saline County, talk to the
mm.
counselors, tell me this information, take the compass test, do this, this, and this, and I had to go through and figure that out. You know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't go ask somebody around because nobody else really knew. It's like, man, you got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? No problem. And that is, and then, but what I found out was I'm talking to kids now. You trying to tell them these things, and they like,
Mm,
oh yeah, whatever. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Because I see the disparity. If these kids don't start early and get it done,
mm-hmm.
it's gonna be tough, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and I
Man.
I see it from a discernment standpoint. Like things are going to rise even more. If you think that bread is high now, wait till
Boy.
another 5 years when you paying $5,
Yes.
$10 for a loaf of bread. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, I gotta learn how to see, and
You
look,
know what I'm saying?
you gotta learn how to make it, but um
Yeah. You gotta learn how
to
to get
go
ahead, know what to do to get ahead too. Why are you making it? You know what I'm saying?
to go back, just go back. Like
Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't go to college, and I didn't want to go to college unless it was by scholarship. So with
Right.
me, I was like, man, shout out to my boy Don, man, Don Edwards, from the same hood, from South.
Yeah.
So I was like, son, but he went to Job Corps.
Yeah.
So, we in the hood and shit. Excuse my language, I was sorry. But we in the hood,
Yeah.
and son was like, man, I'm going to Job Corps. And I was like, what's that?
Exactly.
I
Yep.
was like, what's that? Just like, man, I'm going to go for a trade. So this about oh one, oh two? Yeah,
Yeah.
oh one. Yeah, oh one. Son was like, man, he was staying with his mama then, but then he went like once he finally went there, I'm like, so I'm staying with my grandma. Like, dang. Oh yeah, he's trying to get up out of here. But he went to school for plumbing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
He still do it to this day. He still do it
Yeah.
to this day. And
He stayed
but
committed to it, right? Yeah. He stayed
yeah,
committed to it. Yeah.
but what what he did, it gave me a spark, and it's like, man, you know what? You can't be, you just can't be in the South all day doing nothing.
Boy, for real.
You know what
For real.
I'm saying? You
You get
like
consumed by doing nothing.
yeah, him going and getting a trade. That's what taught
Yeah.
me, like, okay, if I can't go to college and I don't want to be in debt, because during that time everybody was going to college, getting the money and dipping out.
But I think too that's the part people don't talk about too. The accountability of going to college, getting the money, but you're not learning. You just getting the money and not going to class.
Yeah,
They
that
don't
was
talk about that enough. It's people that took the money, went there, but they got a good degree and they straight. You know what I'm saying? They paid the student loans off. You know what I'm saying? That's the part people don't talk about enough. They don't be accountable.
yeah,
They don't want to admit it out loud. I think that's the thing. They don't want to admit it out loud. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, because
And they just run with that.
at least 20
Yeah.
was, y'all know what y'all was
Yeah.
doing.
Exactly.
Y'all was in elevations and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Balling out.
yeah.
Knowing you got to pay that money back.
No, they didn't know.
Not what I'm saying, but when you sign it, you it's a loan. You have to pay it back.
They
The
wasn't there.
concept of what you're doing.
It was like, man, because I don't
But
know if you even remember
what's that?
when they came to McClellan and was trying to give us a credit card.
Mm-mm. Even if
What?
they did, I wouldn't have took it back then anyway. But yeah, I
What?
remember.
No, they was really trying to. I was like, ain't this something?
Yeah.
Like, no,
It's
you
all
ain't got
about
to pay.
choice though, right?
Yeah, you ain't got to pay this, bro. Trust me, it's somebody that went to school to us. Like they showed it. They
I'm not
showed.
doubting it. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I don't remember, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I probably wouldn't have done it anyway. You know what I'm
So like,
saying?
man, they said, how
But
y'all
you gotta
go?
think, man. I had a car note. I was paying a car note in high school because I was working. I was paying a car note literally. I think it was like 416, 22. I was paying it a month in high school, bro. When I had the Impala,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I graduated, that's when I got the Monte Carlo. But yeah, I was paying a car note in 12th grade, bro.
I ain't had none of that. They ain't had
Yeah,
nothing in
I was
there.
working. I was working all 3 years in high school though. I would get off and go straight to work. And that's why I quit basketball. I was like, man, I could go make money, man. I'm not fit to be sitting there riding the bench, man. I know I'm not
Mhm.
good at basketball. I'm not even finna sit here and play this game
Yeah.
with your coach McKinney. I'm not gonna play this game with
Man,
dude, man.
terrible.
You know what I'm saying?
Like that's the worst. That's the worst
Coach
thing
Street
in
tried to get
that.
me to stay on, man. Shout out to Coach Street, man.
Doing shut up,
He tried
Coach
to get me
Street.
to he tried to get me to play JV. I was like, man, I'm finna go to work, man. I'm not finna. That's another thing too, man. Like I think if my mom would have had the resources, she probably would have put me into like some other stuff where I could have worked out and did all that stuff. But man, when you don't got the money, but you just don't got the money, man. It's just realistically, you know what I'm saying? You know, she did the best she could do with what she had.
Yeah.
That's just
My
what it
goofy
was.
self.
But
I thought I was, once we once once my auntie said, okay, you can go stay with your mama this little time. I thought, and that's when I had went down there to Hamburg. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give this a try.
yeah,
And then it wasn't even 3 months later. It was like we moved back to Little Rock. I'm like, shit, we back. It's back to the south. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah, but and then I fractured my ankle, so I was like, damn, I couldn't even try out 10th grade.
But I think me working, man, working at BP, working at the detail shop with Greg and VT, man, I learned so much about dealing with people and just watching people that's from the streets and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just watching these dudes interact with each other, and it's kind of no different than like regular civilian. It's just another
Right.
element of them being in the streets. It's really ain't really no difference. It's just knowing each other, knowing the work each other put in, all that stuff. But you just learn, man. What you see. The thing that I think I noticed a lot was people that we went to school with and seeing dudes that were similar to them that's older when I used to be at BP in the detail shop.
Yeah.
This dude remind me of this dude that we go to school with, personality
Yeah.
wise.
Yeah.
Because it's not about the people. To me, it's personalities that's similar, like
Yeah.
traits.
Yeah.
Like girls, right? Dealing with women that's spiteful,
Mm-hmm.
dangerous. You know what I'm saying?
You know it.
But the thing about women that's spiteful, that a dudes attract because they the ones that got all the bag of tricks that dude get stuck on. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's the part. That's the part that's the riddle to it. You want the bag of tricks, but are you ready to deal with the spite that comes
Like,
with it? You know what I'm saying?
like, like being younger, being younger. That's what attracts older women to younger guys. They already gonna know you've been around older people, and not only been around the stuff that you even say. They gonna be like, hold on, how old are you again? It's just certain stuff like I
and
can't
this,
fully say
and then
it, but
the other. I'm gonna say this. You don't have to say it. I'm gonna say this on the other side of the coin, right? A lot of older women mess with younger guys because they've been bust down like a whole chicken. It ain't that much left.
Yeah.
And when they think you young, this is the part I used to play with older women on. They think because you young, you don't know what's going
No,
on.
no.
So you just play dumb. And then when they find out you play dumb, they just go,
Oh, you just
"You
like that.
got me. You got me." But when they think you don't know, they be running game on you and stuff. You be like, man, this man. But that's the part I seen. Like when among their peers, their age group, you a bust down. They don't even talk to you like that no more. They don't even look at you the same. But a younger dude, he'll look at you different because it's like, man, she older than me. I don't got to worry about none of the little statutory stuff and none of that stuff. She older than me. I got to give her consent. You know what I'm saying? You be thinking about stuff like that. I know I did, but then when you started seeing it, you like older cats be like, man, yeah, she talking. I've had older cats tell me this, like they talking to y'all because their
You
value
know.
with their peers are lower, and y'all looking at them because it's like, man, it's an older woman, but she done been bust down already. She the pick five now. She pick five. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And she the biggie bag now. She used to be a value meal. She biggie bag. Enough dude. enough dudes that ordered it now. She done been downgraded. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just saying that's how. If you keep playing around in life, that's the consequence of playing around in life. You don't get married. You don't get you don't get committed. You keep playing around, and next thing you know, for dudes too. I'm not saying just for women, for guys too. You know, a lot of dudes they talk to younger girl because a lot of older women they not for the fool with you and your peers. They're like, man, I'm for the fool with you. All you do is keep playing games. But
That's
the young
it.
girls, you know what I'm saying? You know, you give them a little money, you know, take them shopping or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They enamored by the intention and that's the disadvantage I think girls don't understand when it was younger. They thought they were so mature. They was talking to younger guys. What they didn't
Man.
understand is this dude has already been through what you're going through. He know play by play what to do because he already been your age. You know what I'm saying? But when you're immature, but you think you're mature, that blinds you. Your immaturity is blinding you. You don't even think about that. You know what I'm saying?
Every time.
Even when I talk to older women, I know that this woman has already been where I'm at. And I know she talking to me for a reason. And it ain't to settle down and get married because of the age gap. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, but if you don't have the awareness though, it'll go right over your head. You probably won't even think about it. But
Yeah. And that's what I say, man. A lot of stuff it could be avoided, but you
and
know,
it's that untold stuff that you gotta learn in life. It's that untold stuff. Like we just talking about the women, older women. Why is she talking to a dude that's 22, man, and she 35, 40? You know, logically it don't make sense until you start looking at it, and then you start connecting them dots. You're like, oh, that's
no.
why. You know what I'm saying? People be
uh,
thinking you making assumptions. No, you have to make assumptions to kind of come up and understand why things are the way that they are. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I say, if you 22 and a woman is 35 coming
mhm.
at you, how in the world do you think that's gonna be long term? Another
Yeah.
10 years, you're gonna be 30. She's gonna be 50. You know what I'm saying? 40, 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about when you look at realistic stuff. Like sometimes people don't. They don't think about that. They just thinking about right now, but they don't think about
Mhm.
realistically how does that look? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same way for woman and man. Me and Jay was talking about that. A woman 60 something years old married a young Nigerian. You know what I'm saying? Talking about love. You know the TV show Love Don't Judge. That ain't realistic, man. You think it work? Okay. You think it sound good? You trying to sensationalize it, but man, that's crazy. If you got any kind of sense, you know what she doing, and you know what he doing. It ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Common sense.
But when you say
Common
something,
sense
people
ain't
think
so
you just
common.
being a hater. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
Yeah, common sense ain't so common, but
Yeah,
you
you
know.
right. Ignorant is bliss, right? Ignorance is
Mhm.
bliss.
Yeah.
It's
And
just like selling dope. You got to be crazy now to want to sell dope now in 2025. It don't even make sense, man. They got cameras on every corner just about them little black poles with the cameras and stuff.
yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
it's just too much stuff technology now to try to be covert and sell dope. It's almost impossible. And then you got to be crazy to smoke dope now. I don't know. It's like I understand people got mental illness, but I'm saying if you know what dope do, you
I think it
see it.
might be safer to smoke dope now.
Nah,
Ain't that some?
boy, you
Ain't that some?
sound
Ain't
crazy.
that?
You
Listen,
sound like Boosie, man. You sound like Boosie.
listen.
What's Boosie
I think
said?
it. Listen,
Nah,
I think it might be
nah,
safer to
nah.
smoke.
It ain't safe for the smoke dope, man.
Listen, listen.
And I'm saying, if you ever smell dope, you ever had family members that smoke dope, and you walk into their
Yes,
house
there's plenty
and
of
you
them.
smell
Listen,
dope, it ain't safe to smoke dope. Walk in the
listen,
house, it smell like bug spray, feet, and butt when they walk
listen,
into the house.
listen.
It's
You
the worst smell.
see
Dope,
what you?
smoke dope, like when they light that pipe, that's the worst smell.
Man, I'm trying to listen. I think it's safer to smoke dope than just to take a pill and smoke
No drugs are
cocaine.
safe. No
No
drugs
drugs
are
are
safe.
safe. Yeah, no. Hey,
The
this
reason
is
why I'm
not
saying it's not
this
safe
is
to
not
smoke dope is you can't
man.
turn it off. It seems like the first time you smoke the crack, you cannot turn it off.
Listen, you missing what I'm saying. You're missing what I'm saying. No, it's not. I don't want you to do no drugs, but I'm telling you, it is probably safer to smoke dope than it is to take a
Uh,
pill or
I
do
don't think so,
anything.
man.
Gee,
Nah. Cause you
gee.
put yourself in danger to get it. You could put yourself in danger to get it.
Oh, you missing it because you missing it. Like everything
Man,
that's
I
going
seen
on.
we was riding past Uncle T's down I'm gonna say High Street. I'm not even gonna say the name, but I'm gonna say High Street.
Yeah.
And it was a woman in a wheelchair, bro, no legs, man, out there
One with
trying to
one
get it
leg.
so she could smoke dope, man.
Listen,
Like how are you out here trying to get it in a wheelchair with no legs, man? Like
listen, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it is safer to smoke dope than it
man,
is
that
to
sound
even
crazy.
that. That's
That
what I'm
sound crazy.
saying. Like, it's
I
as
don't know about
crazy as it
that
sounds.
one.
Like, as crazy as it sounds, like
Nah, man. Nah,
people can
man.
take pills and it's done. They done for it. You can smoke dope too and be done for it also. But I'm just saying, like, everybody know, like, the dope fiends.
Like you can't, um,
If your dope is
man.
killing
That
people, if your dope is
it
killing
is
people,
killing you. It is. It may not be killing you
man,
physically, which it is, but it's killing you mentally. You get to a point where you just can't even function, man.
yeah, I'm
Like no
telling
stability,
you,
man.
when I say like it's safer to
I
smoke
mean,
dope,
that's your perspective. I'm not saying you wrong. I'm just saying I don't think so because the effects, how many people affect
it's all-
when you because these people that you and I both know they've been smoking crack since we was babies and we in
and
our
get what?
40s. That means
And
they've
get,
been smoking dope for 40 years. But think about how it wrecked their lives though.
no, that's what I'm telling you. You missed the point. What I'm trying to say.
I'm telling you, I get your point, but I'm saying the overall arching effect of dope, man,
Yeah,
it messes up everything. It may not mess with you physically, but everything because you can't focus, man. You thinking about dope, like man, what my song is, man? Did I got that on here? That's what's happening. You trying to work, but it's calling your name. You can't even you can't even go to the bathroom. You thinking about dope, man.
yeah.
You can't do
You
nothing,
definitely missed the point. You definitely missed the point, Mike.
man. Hey
No,
man, I ain't gonna never say that.
like
I mean, I just seen too many dope fiends and how it affect their lives, man.
no, like
You know.
trust me, like if didn't nobody else see it, I seen it. But
Yeah.
when I say smoking dope is safer than taking
Uh,
pills or
hey
snorting
man,
cocaine,
I ain't going there. All of it's crazy.
it's all
You want to
terrible.
be sober.
It's
Sober is the
all
best way to be.
it's
Sober is the
all
best way to be.
terrible. But when it comes to them junkies, man, I'm gonna try to tell you. This is what they see. Like, man, if somebody's selling them dope and it's killing like it'll kill like 2 or 3 people, they done for. They don't even want. Hey, they'll never see you again. But
Man,
you
some of
got
them
people,
dolphins, they walking dead, bro. Some of them dolphins, they walking dead, bro.
yeah, and they're still
I
some of the
mean, you
most
can go down,
humble,
you can go down High Street right now. That's
and they
probably why
gonna
they had
tell,
to change the name. That's probably why they changed the name from High Street. Cause you
and
can
they
walk
gonna tell
down
the
it
truth.
right here now, and they walking down it high right now.
And them the
Crazy.
ones is, and them the ones that helped me through life. It help. They help so many people through life.
But it's the unfortunate part is they couldn't help themselves. That's the
Yeah,
most unfortunate part.
that
Imagine that you help all these
30
people, but
people.
you
Yeah,
cannot help yourself because it is so chemically
I
crazy.
I
Something
know.
about crack that once you hit it, it's over.
Hmm.
Some
And but
people they can last a little bit, they can function, but it's like you get to a certain limit though. You get to that what? I don't know how many hits. It's kind of like what was that the Tootsie Pop when he asked the owl how many licks do it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop?
yeah,
How many puffs do it take to get to unfunctional? Well, you can't even function no more. You know what I'm saying?
but listen,
Oh
a
man, that's
crackhead
crazy.
is gonna tell you they smoke crack. A real crackhead is gonna tell
Not
you.
all of them. Some of them don't. They
See,
don't tell you
a
that. Not
real
all of them.
crackhead is gonna tell you they
That's when
smoking.
they deep. That's when they deep in it. That's when they deep in the game. It's
Listen,
some crackheads. They try to hide it for a while,
but
but they do crackhead stuff though. They always disappearing and coming back. You like man, but they won't tell you they smoking crack though
yeah, they
until
no,
they really get deep in the game. Once their
they
teeth
in
fall
there
out and once their teeth fall out, they don't really care about themselves no more.
now.
Then it's like yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And that's why I say like when I
So you
say
think you was teachers that you went to school with They told you they smoked dope, or you just knew because you grew up in the hood. Like, oh yeah, they smoke. They ain't gonna tell me, but I know they think they smoke dope.
Oh, they damn near said it. I know it was two or three.
They just flat
Two.
out told you I smoke dope.
Shit, man. Like I say, I ain't grow up like everybody else. Hey, man, what you doing here? Shit, you know what I'm doing here. And don't repeat it. Don't repeat it.
That's
It's
because you caught them. That's because you caught them buying it. I'm saying, but if you would have never caught them, they wouldn't have never said it to you though. That's what I'm saying. Now, if
listen,
you
that's
catch them in the act of buying it, that's different because you were dead. You dead to rights. You ain't got
listen,
no business over here. You know what I'm saying? But
listen
if
to what
you
I'm
now, how
saying.
many people do you think that smoke dope that you never knew that they didn't tell you, you didn't tell them, or you didn't see them do it? That's what I'm saying.
Now, and what you're saying is exactly what I'm saying. Is this damn near safer to smoke dope?
I'm not
Because
saying that. I'm not gonna never say that.
no,
I'm not saying that.
I know you. You don't have to say it because I'm gonna say
Yeah.
it. It really is safer because guess what? Everybody, those that smoke crack, they already know what's bad and what's good. But
So why they smoking crack then? If they know what's bad and what's good, why they smoking
no,
crack?
they know what is bad and what's good. I'm talking about as far as the dope. But you got
Man,
people that take pills and won't even they won't even tell you that, hey man, well, they got them from such and such. Soon as the motherfucker say, hey, man, that boy got the bad dope, they got that bad dope, they got that bad dope. Like it's just certain. I know you were like, hey man, all drugs bad. Don't get it confused. Like all drugs is bad, but it's just a different type of level. Like man,
it's control, man. That's the thing about freedom, man. You exposed to so much, man, and you don't realize, like, man, the choices, man. Like, one choice, like, you smoke dope one time, it could change your whole life, man. You could be 40 years of
Mhm.
struggle because
Man,
you did a hit back in the 80s, and it
yeah,
caused you 40 years of struggle. My
man. I
God,
see.
man, just thinking about that just hurt my
You ever,
heart, man.
you, listen, you ever seen a functioning crackhead?
Yes.
Okay, listen, a real functioning crackhead.
Well, they don't last that long. They end up they
No,
start out that way, but then they end up getting
no, no. Have you ever seen not a crackhead? Because a functioning crackhead, they really go to work
right for sure.
and they
They do
do it for a long time. You're like, damn.
right.
But
But
if you
when they reach, it's like
if
they reach a certain kind of like with the Tootsie Pop. When you get to the center of the Tootsie Pop, though, they
listen,
ain't working no more. It's over. It's over
listen,
with. Or you get the right hit. You get that right hit. Sometimes you, I ain't gonna say you luck out, but you luck out to get the little weaker stuff. But you and I both know when they get the good stuff, whatever that means, it's over, man. It's over with.
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
They
That's
be at a
all.
Kim concert. They be singing to them.
That's all I'm saying. Like man, dude,
Oh man, let me get off
like
the
it's
get off the.
no, that's
Uh,
all I'm saying. Hey, listen, all drugs are bad. Drugs are not cool. They're not cool at all. But it's a little bit different. I was like, man, shit. Once you have bad dope, them crackheads gonna talk.
oh yeah, for
But
sure.
but you can sell pills and cocaine all day
You know what I'm
and
saying? They rationalize selling dope. Like they're not destroying the community. They rationalize doing it. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
even worse. That's what I'm saying. That's
Even
the
though
worst
you
part.
know at some point you know that it's not the right thing to do, but you can still find a way to do it. You see what I'm saying? Just like with guys, you know it's not good to have sex before marriage, but we still find a way in our head to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times because you don't have those male figures, a lot of times you grow up in a single parent household, you don't have that male voice of reasoning to keep you up on game and say that's not a good idea to do that. You left to your own imagination and thoughts, you know what I'm saying? And granted, some of the girls don't make it easier because, say coming out the house with the Daisy Dukes on, saying? Stuff that don't make it no better, what I'm saying? So it's like a melting pot of bad decisions, what I'm saying? So, because they want the attention now, whatever that means, but
So we really just in a bubble right now.
yeah, yeah. Like
I
I'm
could-
trying to tell people, man, this is the time I'm telling you, this is the time to develop yourself so when it open back up, man, you can get ahead. But if you playing around, you ain't doing nothing, it's going to show. Just like with COVID. If you wasn't doing nothing during COVID to elevate yourself, whether it's a hustle, whether it's,
That is
saying developing yourself, like, kids, we talking, like, say, we was talking about that last time, they want to start a business, they want to do T-shirts. How consistent are you? If you're not consistent, doing a T-shirt business will kick your tail.
mm,
100%.
yeah.
Um, Especially if
But
you only got one heat press. Trying somebody you get a order for 1,000 T-shirts and you only got one heat press. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but you gotta know
How
people.
fast can you move? How fast can you get that done? You know what I'm saying?
You gotta know people. Like
Yeah, but
the
see, a
thing.
lot of times people are so cheap. I get what you're saying, but sometimes
Yes.
people don't want to pay another person because they think
Hey,
they losing money, but they don't realize you really gaining. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand business, how business works.
like
You know what I'm saying?
like I just say I just speak for my yard business. When I started, I was cool with like 4 or 5 yards.
Right,
It was just extra change.
right.
Then business picked up, and once business picked up, you was like, damn, I'm gonna take every yard now. But then it no longer.
Reality kicked in.
No, it's like I still can do it, but
How much at
the
40?
re,
How much realistically yards could you do in one time, like a load? How much? What's your max that you could do? You like, nah, I can't go past this. It's just too
it,
much physically for me to do.
physically,
Yeah,
I already can do at least 7, 8. That's when you have to have a crew that
right.
really.
And that's the hard part. Finding a reliable crew that has the same drive as you, right?
It's not because if I pick somebody, like, it's not hard for me. Like, if I can do this, if I can do 7,
Right.
I don't think I need is 3
But what I'm
because
saying is, what's the how much time do you think it would take to find somebody like on your level of reliability where you don't even have to watch over them? Like if you cut, this dude gonna retrim. You
that,
don't even got to go back and worry about if he even did it right or not. Y'all just going to the next yard. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, and that's
That's
where
what I'm saying. You know
and
what I'm
that's
saying?
but what I'm saying is the person that's up under me right now.
Yeah.
This past week showed me. It was like, damn, oh, that's how it is. Oh, that's how it is. And this is a 15-year-old. It's like,
Right.
oh, but how I do it, and that's
But we
what I'm
talking about
saying.
adults though. I'm saying there's somebody up under you. We talking about
uh,
like, cause how would you? I'm talking about somebody that's your age, like
yeah,
adults. You
I'm
know what I'm
forward
saying?
think.
That's the
I'm forward thinking
right.
because of course you're gonna need people to be like, hey man,
Because at some point you have to scale up if you really want to get that. I'm
mm,
not saying you. I'm just saying in general, as a
uh,
business, you have to scale to go to the next level. You got to scale. You
yeah,
got to think
but
about what that looks like. You know
and
what I'm
and
saying?
and scaling up, I'm I'm thorough with it. That's
I'm
why
not saying
the
you're not.
person.
That's good.
No. Listen, like what I'm saying
Yeah,
is like
yeah.
I'm thorough with it. So the person up under me is gonna be even more because okay, we're gonna give people a chance, but you know,
Right.
like the person up under me, I was like, damn, every time I pay you, you call in the next day. Oh,
That's what
whoa,
I'm saying. That's what I'm
whoa,
saying.
listen, this is
Yeah.
a 15-year-old. It's a
Right.
15-year-old. So you already gonna be. ahead of the shit and know like, hey, you gonna recognize the laziness in a person.
But have the 15-year-old have he made a strategy of how he want to
Yeah.
attack stuff when he get out of high school yet? Like, have you thought
Yeah.
about that?
Boy, hey, listen.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. That's what we
Listen.
trying to tell other kids.
He already
Write
there. I
down
was
a
like,
strategy.
hey,
Yeah, write a
boy.
strategy down, and man, because if you don't write it down, sometimes you'll just overlook some stuff. You'll forget about it. But man, write it down, man. Have it somewhere so you can go back and check stuff off the list, man. It's the best way to do it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Ugh. And just hearing it,
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Because, we years ahead. I was like, damn. All right.
This is like with McDonald's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their business model, right? When you look at their business model, they don't that when you're at the person making the food, all that cash register and stuff,
Yeah.
they're not
Yeah.
asking perfection out of you. They just need you to make it and get it
Yeah.
out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause I'm pretty sure they know that you ain't gonna ever get 100% accuracy.
Mhm.
You gonna mess somebody order gonna get messed up. As long as
Yeah.
you're not deliberately doing it, cause they gonna come back because of the pricing and whatever else, the convenience of it. You know what I'm saying? But when you doing stuff like yards and things like that,
Yeah.
even with Karen, you gotta have somebody that has. You can't give somebody will
Mm-hmm.
the go getter mindset and
Mm-hmm.
excellence. They want to do stuff in excellence. You can't. That's something that a person gotta want. They gotta have that. They gotta build that on their
You
own. You know
got
what I'm saying?
you,
You can't get
you
it
gotta
to nobody.
know, you know, like
Right.
like this is what I always say. Like when you recognize a person's strength and you see like, dang, they got it. They just need a little bit. It's just a little tweaking to see.
Yeah. Sharpen. They
Hey
just need
man,
to be
that's it,
sharpened.
man.
That's it. Yeah.
Sharpen their skill and be like, damn, because that's all
Yeah.
they be needing. Sometimes it be a lot of stuff
That's
that
it.
like I. It's this one young bull, man. Dude got it, but his circumstances.
Yeah. He can't
Mm.
overcome. If he learned to overcome his
Yeah,
circle, not let it bog him down.
yeah,
That's what I was telling you about. What's the name of the day? How did he overcome the circumstances to get where he is now, and not get caught up in the trenches? That's one of the hardest things. Not get caught up in the trenches,
man.
and people don't realize that. They think that it's easy. Adults that's already out the trenches, they think it's
Yeah.
easy, but they don't realize if you're raising your kid in the trenches,
Mhm.
you're putting him at a disadvantage because you don't it's 50-50 if you get caught, unless you're having that conversation with him, unless you're letting him know you don't have to do what's in the trenches. Some people just drawn to it, just like hogs is drawn to into the mud. You know what I'm saying? Some people just they drawn to it. Like
Yeah.
I've grown people. They it's like it's like a magnet to them. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You got
Like,
people like me, like I don't want no parts of it because I don't want to
yeah.
be in a position where, man, do I got to kill this dude in order for me to go home? I don't want to. I don't want to think like that,
No,
man, because you
no,
might not can't come back from there. I know dudes who went down the road and they don't go back. You know what
you
I'm saying?
don't. Man. Like,
You know, some people could do it. Some people and they get so good at it, it's like a
mhm.
light switch, and that's dangerous. Like
Man.
you playing with your kids, laughing with family, and then you gonna
Yeah.
murk somebody the next hour. Man, that's dangerous. But it's a lot of dudes out there like that. You know what I'm saying? A
Yeah.
lot of dudes out there like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's big
Even
fact.
to sell dope at a high level, man, you got to have a different kind of mindset. We're not talking about selling nickels and dimes. We talking about when you
Mhm.
supplying
Yeah.
people with dope. You got to have a different mindset. That ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's why everybody don't be a kingpin. Everybody don't make it to that level. So it's a
And
different kind of mindset you
that's
gotta
why I
have.
always that's what um one of the biggest things that I stress. Like, it wouldn't matter like what a young bull try to do in life.
Yeah.
If I get a chance to talk to him, I'm gonna change their whole mindset to be like, okay, damn, now I got a forward think. Like, everything that I went through in life, I went through it because I wanted to.
Oh, well, that's everybody,
And I
sure.
and
And some people won't admit that though. What you just saying, some people won't be accountable and
Mhm.
admit that though. What you just said.
Yeah.
I went through everything. Like that's why I always tell kids, don't hold on. Don't let somebody else hold your past over your head because
Yeah.
that's where your experience, that's where your discernment came from. Do we all make mistakes? Yes, we do.
Yes. All the
But the
time.
good ones don't let it hold you down like weights. You have to get it off of you.
Yeah.
Repent, forgive yourself. Even if
Yeah.
the person don't forgive you, you got to forgive
Hold on.
yourself.
Hold on. Biggest thing. That's the biggest thing. Forgive yourself.
Yeah,
Don't
you got to forgive yourself.
you
100%.
forgive yourself and forgive your parents because 'cause you hold on to that stuff. Like don't hold on
Oh,
to it.
100%. Yeah.
But and that's why I tell my mama sometimes like no I ain't got nothing against what you had to do. I listen I don't got no problem with it. But this is my story.
Right.
It's mine. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, once
Like
you once you become an adult, well, I think one dudes don't realize is once you become an adult, your health,
mm,
your everything about you is your
yeah,
responsibility.
yeah.
Even when you get married, you're still responsible for your individual development, and you're responsible for developing your marriage and kids, wife
Yeah.
and kids. You know what I'm saying? You're responsible for your development,
Mm-hmm.
making sure the wife's straight and the kids are straight.
Yeah, everybody straight.
When you become an
Everybody
adult,
straight.
you're adding responsibilities. You don't take them away. You add. You keep
Mm-hmm.
adding. And if you're not responsible, don't add too many responsibilities that you don't want to take on.
Yeah.
Cause I be hearing dudes out here saying they don't feel appreciated and all this. Guess what? Even if you don't feel appreciated, you still gotta lead if you got a family. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
you gotta lead even when the house don't even agree with you. They
Mm-hmm.
don't even see what you see yet.
Mm-hmm.
You still gotta lead
Say
your
that.
house to the win, even when they don't agree with the play that you calling.
Say that.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk. Hey, yeah, excuse me. You know what I mean? Talk your shit, man. Excuse my language,
No,
y'all.
I'm just keeping it real. Cause
Talk your
I
shit.
mean, you be hearing these little goofy dudes on social media, man.
Yeah.
They don't know
Oh,
what they
yeah.
be talking about, man. You like, man, this dude
Yeah.
is an idiot. Man. He don't know what he
Selling
talking
lies.
about,
Boy, y'all
man.
be selling lies,
Boy.
man.
Then
That's
you hear
that.
these women out here talking about they can do the same thing men do. Why would you want to go through the same thing a
That
man
is
go through?
not what you want.
Why
Now
would you
you
want to go in here and endure dealing with, race relations and all this stuff and all
now,
these mind games people play? You got to be able to play chess in your head and not, get caught up in the crossfire and stuff. Why would you want to go through that? You know what I'm saying?
look and
That
wonder
ain't
why you
fun,
mad
man.
all yeah, and you wonder why you
Yeah.
mad all the time. Listen,
Yeah,
what
man.
listen, not you, what I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But those that is listening, uh man, when a man come home, he ain't gonna ask for much. But first, we like to decompress. I don't want to talk about work. I don't want to talk about this, but give me about 30 minutes to an hour, maybe hour and a half. See, I'm old school, and they cut Wheel of Fortune out, so I'm like, damn, I'm really old. So, man, that's why sometimes when we might not even come home right then and there. Give us at least an hour, maybe two, to decompress, cause the world is real out there, and we see stuff that don't nobody else see. We're not thinking about the next 2 or 3 months. We're thinking about right now, 3 months, 20 years, at least for me.
And I say this right with the decompress. When I first when I was married, we first moved into where we at now. I struggle with that probably more, but I will say this right. I know it probably sounds cliche, but I'm saying it's not. The more that you grow in God and I'm not I'm not talking about like I'm talking about your relationship with God, because God can go everywhere with you, not the
Mhm.
church. God. the more things start to become simple to do if you allow him to operate within your life, your atmosphere, right?
Mm,
As a man, when I really started trusting God, not only did he show me how to decompress,
mm,
I don't hold on to stuff, but I don't even like I say the stuff I do in my job. My wife don't want to hear that because I probably nerd out. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But at the same time, I don't hold on to anything because I understand that my health is more important than hold on to what happened yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Now, everybody ain't at their point yet. I get that, but I'm saying that's the point you want to get to where you don't hold on to what happened yesterday because it's another day coming and you need
Mm-hmm.
to decompress safely,
Mm-hmm.
process what happened, but
Mm-hmm.
don't let it get under your skin to where now everybody gonna feel the wrath. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you do that. I'm just saying that's the point I had to get to because
Yeah.
I don't like taking nothing out of nobody either. But I do know that I have to find different ways to decompress in my mind, and sometimes I got to do it while I'm talking to my family. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know I'm decompressing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you want to be present, you know what I'm saying? If you want to be, sometimes you have to be able to do things simultaneously.
Mm-hmm.
And with God, you can do that. But some people just don't think they can. But I'm telling you, you can. But you have to have faith as a mustard seed. That's what I'm
Mm.
saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Listen.
decompression, that's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Another
Yes.
thing, I even tell my wife this sometimes, like as a man, when you become a family man,
Mm-hmm.
you hear people out here talking tough, they pro black, they all
Mm-hmm.
this. I don't got no problem with that. But when you taking care of your family and you have to survive a lot of things you have to avoid, and some things happen, you can't get involved in it because you don't want to put yourself at a threat. That's why it's not good to get involved in certain stuff, but just avoid it altogether. Like I'm cool on that, y'all. I don't want no parts of that, cause I know when everybody get in the office, everybody gonna start telling. You know what I'm saying? Cause there's no loyalty, man. In
Yeah.
this corporate world, people are gonna self
Yeah.
preservation is real. And people say,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna do that until they get in there and do that. You know what I'm saying? I've
Yeah.
seen it all the time. I tell dudes, don't even talk tough. I'm not even gonna say that you gonna do that. I'm not gonna put it past you that you wouldn't do that because self preservation will kick in. But I told her a lot of times when you are in the inner city or you at work, you may see somebody get done wrong. You may see the game be dirty, but in order to protect what you have to take care of your family, you have to stay out of other folks' business. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And I
That,
said, that's real. Like you could jump in it, but now you're taking the
uh,
risk of losing the
uh,
ability to take care of your family. You know what I'm saying? And that's a hard thing to get to, but sometimes you got to understand when and when not to do that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Even in the
but
hood, in the projects, you may see somebody get shot, and you may not can't help them because if you help them, you going against the code. You know what I'm saying? And that's real. Like you have to be
nah.
able to do that and not let it affect you, man. You know what I'm saying?
No. Like I agree. Like
I'm not
probably
saying it's right or wrong. I'm just telling you that's
that,
life. That's
but it's,
living in the inner city. That's
it
the
is
kind of
right.
stuff like decisions you have to make. Living in
It
the inner
is
city
right
that
and
people
wrong.
don't talk about,
It's
huh?
right. It is right and wrong. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna stand behind something that's wrong.
Right, but you don't want to get involved because you don't want to bring that drama to your house either, right?
Yeah, but yeah, but
That's all I'm saying. You kind of learn that kind of stuff. Like you remember when you told me that
you
dude
know
got
what
stabbed,
battles. You know what battles to pick. You know.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You know
you
what I'm
know
saying?
what. But that's like how you worded it was wrong. Same way I be doing shit, but uh
How do you word it
uh,
right then? What I said. I'm just saying. How do you word it right?
um, because the way you worded it was like, "Nigga, you scared? You scared?
No,
But
I'm not saying you scared. I'm not. I'm
no,
not
no,
saying
no,
you
no. This
scared. No,
this is
that's
what I'm
smart.
saying. Like
Yeah,
how you word was like that. But uh,
that's how the hood worded though.
everything you said was right because people don't understand. Like, yeah, you still got to. At the end of the day, I still got a family to feed. I still got to do all this and all that. Um, one thing about it, what you say? I got a faith of a mustard seed.
Mm-hmm.
So what people fail to realize, like even when you when you see shit getting done wrong, what I've what I've what I've understood, you split the sea like Moses. Ain't that who split it? Moses? Yeah, Moses split the sea.
You split the Red Sea. Yeah,
Yeah. You split the sea. Cause either you're gonna be on right side or the wrong side.
but that's the thing. It's a selective thing, though,
No,
right?
no, it's not a selective thing. No.
Yes, because how many people watch their family members
Are you
be the
still going?
kingpin of the
Are you still
neighborhood?
going? You still gonna shake hands with the people that you saw that not the people? Are you still gonna forget all that other stuff? Do you shake hands with a snake or not?
So let me ask you this: It's called being a professional
No.
in the hood, right? No,
X
no, no.
we
Listen to what I'm saying.
X all
Listen
that.
to what I'm saying. In the hood, right? We talking about snakes and people that's just like in the corporate world, right? How many people know the dude that's the kingpin and sell dope pretty much supply the whole neighborhood, but people go up and shake his hand and give him dap when he ride by? Is there a difference?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
The difference is you if you didn't know, it's different. If you know,
So you don't know he sell dope. You don't know he sell dope.
no, if you don't know, like no, like that analogy ain't the same as what I'm talking about.
It's the same thing. People know people at the job that do some rough stuff. Now you don't have to shake his hand, no.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you still have to tread carefully. Just like in the hood, you got to tread carefully. You know what I'm saying?
Like
When
I'm
you
not
deal with people.
like I'm not gonna if I don't like it, I'm not gonna pretend like I like it.
Right,
No,
but you're
right?
not gonna go into HR. You're not gonna go into HR and say he doing this, this, and that. You're not gonna do that
No,
either, though, right?
they gonna go because I'm not
That's
gonna.
what I'm trying to say.
I'm
Some
not
people
gonna.
think you should go to HR and say something. When I'm
You
trying to
know what I'm
tell,
saying?
that's why I try to tell the young kids, man, you have to learn like pick your battles because that may not be unless you want what come with it. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I know they're not supposed to
yeah,
retaliate, but that don't
yeah.
mean they still do it.
Like once I'm cool with a lot of people. Cool with a lot of people. But if even if the person they probably cool with a lot of people too. Like once you understand the agenda, it I can't speak for everybody because my thought process is way different. It's way
I
different.
understand. Understood.
But and I'm trying to keep it as professional as I can. But
Thank you for keeping it professional.
but like you like there's no way that you can be really really cool with a real they devils. Not I
Oh,
don't care. I
I
don't care
agree.
who he is. Like
I agree.
no, but
I
it's
agree.
you know what I'm saying. Like I can't even like I can't even pretend I, like no no like
But
no.
that's to avoid. What I'm saying. That's why I say you have to avoid sometimes
Mm,
dealing with people because the more people you entertain, sometimes that's where the drama comes from because sometimes you entertaining too many people. You know what I'm saying? The
Mm-mm.
circle too big, and you don't know
No,
everybody's agenda. Yes,
even like that. What I'm saying, like I don't want to be around everybody
right,
because
exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Of course, I get it. The more sometimes I say the more people, most people with bigger circles, they end up. When you see people get busted, man, they have these big old drug rings and stuff. These dudes be like 30 dudes. When you rolling with, if you rolling with 30 dudes, man, do you
you roll,
really know
you
all
roll,
30?
you can roll with 10 or 5,
Exactly,
but
exactly.
it's
Yes,
all the same. But what I'm trying to say, it's like, man, it wouldn't matter, like, cause I stand on my own too. You know what
right.
I'm saying? And stand on my own 2 feet and 10 toes down. I'm not gonna put myself in a fucked up position. Excuse my language. I'm not gonna put myself
Right.
in a messed up position, and I'm not gonna put anybody else in a messed up position.
Exactly.
Even if they do try to put me in a messed up position.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. But when you see something messed up, like if you're at work or something and a manager's doing something crazy or you see a crazy dynamic happening, um, you get out the way, man. You don't get
I,
caught up in
I,
that stuff because it
I
ain't
mind
worth
my
it.
business. I mind my business.
And that's all I'm saying. Some people can't do that. I've seen people that can't
Yeah.
mind their own business. I'm going to HR and tell. I'm just saying, like, and some people can't. They can't get that concept. I'm minding my own business. It ain't got nothing to do with me. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I mind
And
my
some
own
people can't
business.
do that. Exactly. I mind my
But
own business. You know what I'm saying?
but in all actuality, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff happens. Like
It
when
do.
if something happens that's completely messed up,
You gonna go to
boom.
HR? You saying you gonna go to HR?
I'm not going to HR.
I know you not, cause I know you.
But
That's what I'm saying.
but I'm also letting you know, just because I didn't, it's gonna be about 20 people.
And that's fine for those 20 people. I'm just saying. I always tell young cats when I used
Right,
to work with them,
right,
man.
right is
You gotta
right
learn
and
how to
wrong.
mind your business.
Right is
Hmm?
right and wrong. Right is right and
Yeah,
wrong is wrong.
100%.
Like
100%.
but I
But will you let something right get in the way you taking care of your family or something wrong? That's the tough part about life.
yeah.
Taking care of
Right,
your family.
right is right and wrong is wrong. And I stand on principles and morals. I don't
And I get it. And I
like I
get
don't
it.
like I'm not fit to do nothing crazy. But right is
I'm
right
not
and
talking
wrong is
about you
wrong.
doing nothing crazy. I'm saying, like, growing up in the hood, we've seen, I don't know about you. I'm just saying, I've seen stuff. I'm talking about even with adults.
Hmm.
You'll be with an adult and they see something crazy happening or about to happen. They say, come on, get in the car. Let's go.
Let's go
Get up
before
out
it
of
even,
here.
before it even
Yeah.
happens. Yeah,
And
but
that's what I'm saying. And some people even watch it happen. They get in the
uh,
car and go. It's like that ain't my business. Get out of here.
yeah, but
We getting up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
certain shit, like certain stuff that happen in life, man. Like you have
Yeah.
to understand, like stuff be happening.
Right.
Like
And
you
then
can't.
you learn too. You know, you talk to the OGs. Guess what? He put himself in that situation. Wasn't nothing you can do about it. You want to go be Superman? Guess what? You don't have a cape. You gonna get your chest blew out too, acting crazy, thinking you gonna save the day. Go over there, try to be Superman. I'm just saying. I'm just saying some things the old dudes have told me. Like sometimes, some situations do put themselves in. Man, it ain't nothing you can do about it, man. But
That's
you
why
have to be careful out here. You have to be careful out here. For you have to be careful out here. You know what I'm saying?
you,
And
but you know it. You know it.
right,
We've been out here a
yeah,
while.
for sure. Oh,
We've
100
been
percent.
yeah, we've been out here a while.
But I'm just saying, I've known some people. I had to tell them like, listen, this ain't
Yeah,
your business. It's
yeah.
tough. It sucks, but this is not your business. It ain't worth it. And I've had people come back and like, Mike, I'm glad you told me that because I probably would have got shot too if I would have jumped in and intervened in that. You know what I'm saying?
Like it's so much stuff that I've seen,
Cause
you
life
know,
is so fragile, man. Life is so
man.
fragile, man. You
And
don't
I'm
get
really
do overs, man. Sometimes.
listen, and I'm really the peacemaker on a lot of stuff. Like every job
Oh,
I
I'm
done
with it.
had, every job I done had, damn near at least 90% of them
Yeah.
been on there for some years. So I done seen. So when
It's
I
just some
when
people out there they just don't want peace though. It ain't a lot of people. It's like a
yeah,
small few. They
but you
just
know,
love drama and they don't want peace, bro. They don't care about resolution. It's just all they see is red, man. It's unreal, but
you
it's
that's what
people
I'm
out
saying.
there.
Like I definitely know, and
Yeah.
that's what and it's one of the like one of the things that I'm more appreciative of, that spirit of discernment. Like you know what,
Oh yeah, for sure.
when God be like, hey, you might need to talk to them, or you know what, you ain't gotta say nothing. They're gonna come talk to you. It's just
And
one of them
sometimes God tell
things.
you, I'll handle it. Sometimes God will tell you, I
Yeah,
will handle it.
yeah, and gonna bring
Walk
them back
away.
to you.
Walk away is not worth it. Let me handle that. You know what I'm saying? And you're
I
not weak
was
for walking
saying,
away. That's what I'm saying. People tell me, like when you grow up in the hood, sometimes you think you're weak for walking away. You have to learn that I'm not weak for walking away. It's a
oh
smart thing to
man,
do. You know what I'm
I
saying?
get like unless it's in jail or some stuff like that,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
might be.
jail's a whole nother animal.
Yeah,
Some
it's
stuff
a
you can't
whole.
walk away in jail. That's a whole nother animal in
You
jail.
know what I'm saying? But it's like
Boy,
that's what
yeah.
like it's just different. What's it called?
It's a different mindset. It's a different mindset in jail. Yeah, it's a different
You
mindset,
know,
bro.
same animal, different
Yeah.
jungle. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah.
it all depends on. But like you can give people the game. You can do all this. You can
Oh, for
do
sure.
all that. Like at the end of the day, people gonna still gonna make their own choice. As long as you do,
Yep.
as long as you do your part,
Yep.
as long as you do your part,
That's it. That's
you
all you can do.
alright.
It's your part.
That's all you could
That's it.
do. Like for real. Boy, y'all know. My bad, y'all. Happy 4th of July for those that celebrate
Yeah,
it.
man. Happy 4th of July, y'all. Man, make sure y'all be
Yeah.
safe out there. Let us know how you like the freestyle conversation. No slides. We just talking. Two grown men just talking about life, trying to get his insight to the youth, whoever want to hear it. And we're pretty ready to sign out this thing, man. But we definitely want to thank you for watching the freestyle conversation. We just talking about some stuff. Let us know what you think. We got Pill in the house. We got Mike in the house. Be sure to tune in Monday for the Thinking Game podcast. Jay back in the game. We're going to get Pill to come
Yeah.
through next time. Probably be making some sports here in the next couple of days, so we'll see. But some content. I'm trying to be more consistent with it. But, man, just stay tuned, man. We growing, man. We think we at 280 right now on YouTube. We're trying to get to 1,000. Help us grow. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button.
We gonna be at that at least by uh August 23rd. I'm gonna just say August 23rd.
I receive it, bro. But all right, guys, we finna sign out this thing.
Yep.
That boy is good. Mm-hmm. Good and terrible.